Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to Hermitcraft. This is Tango back to feed the addiction called Minecraft. And we are back here, guys. We are back at my crazy new game that I started last episode with all the redstone. And I gotta say, you guys responded with some love there. You guys all said, with like 2% of you said you didn't want to see it, but like 98% of you said you wanted to see the redstone of how it works. That's why we're subscribed to you, Tango. Just all kinds of good feedback, and I really do appreciate it. It makes me feel better when I do that kind of stuff, because traditionally, you know, the viewer retention kind of drops off. YouTube's got this little like thing in their dashboard for content creators where you can see the retention on the videos and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see that compared to what you guys are saying. But I'm going by what you guys are saying. I'm trusting you. You said you want to see the redstone, so we are going to pick up right where we left off last episode. We're going to make all this back here be a complete mess. But I got a comment by Douglas Burley. I want to thank you very much. Someone else had it too, but he was the first one. He said, hey, instead of those ugly buttons down there below to call, remember the wooden buttons I had down here? Yeah, instead, just put a tripwire hook right up here. I had to put it one block higher so that when this piston extends, it doesn't break the string, but talk about an improvement. I'm so excited about this, because before, like, the buttons down here were just a complete mess, right? First of all, you had to look down, which was horrible because you couldn't see the block come in. You were going to almost definitely miss some of the blocks falling. You had to like find the little tiny button and try and press it and everything. And like, where is it? And it just made this whole area up here look bad too. So that's all solved now. That's going to stay nice and clean down there. You can keep looking at the field, and when you want to call, boop, all you got to do is jump. I love it. I love it. It's such an improvement to the game. So we got that wired up here. I'm pretty sure I should still be able to hit that just with the tip of my head without jump boost, because I got jump boost right now, obviously, but that'll be gone. Because if you have jump boost and you fall in the pit here, it'd be pretty much just like, oh, I think I'll just jump back up here. Not much of a penalty. All right, so the next thing we need to do, like I said, is continue in the back here, and this is going to get real ugly real fast. I got to bring the call lines from the tripwire hooks down and in, and start doing some ands and stuff like that with some and gates with these lines here, which are basically, are they bluffing, which we figured out last episode. You know, for instance, it's like, if this person is calling, which is going to come off of tripwires, which are going to be right there, and this person is bluffing, then extend those pistons. And, you know, conversely, if this person calls and this person is not bluffing, then I've got to extend their pistons. I hope I said that right. I probably messed it up, but you guys get the general idea. Unfortunately, though, it's going to become like spaghetti soup or redstone soup back here with like wires looping in around and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that off camera, and you're probably not going to look at it. From there, we will move on. I got to hook up all the scoring systems here, and then we got to do a lot of stuff up top there for all of the item dropping stuff with little water canals and dropper clocks and everything. So lots to do. Here we go. And we're back, and lots of stuff has happened. The redstone mess has occurred. It has occurred. No, I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna try to explain this, because it would just be painful for everyone. Yeah, redstone happened. But what I do want to do, basically all I did here was try to do all the conditional logic for when someone calls, whose side should get pushed in. That's what all that recent stuff is. Okay. So what I want to do, though, is test it, okay? It's going to be a little bit trickier. I'm going to have to, let's see. I'm going to have to replace one of these with, so I'm going to simulate someone betting a 3, okay, by doing that. Obviously, I'm going to use an item to represent a person. So they're on the third one in. They're betting 3 right now. And we'll say, we'll give them a 3 bet. And I don't think that's holding. Hold on, let me see here. This. Okay, 3 items on the pressure plate. So they're making a legit bet right now. They're betting 3. They have one of their pressure plates has at least 3. So let's say this guy over here wants to call. I think when I jump here, it should push me in the pit. Yes. Okay, perfect. This is cool stuff. Now, let's try it again, and we'll say, and again, which pressure plate I choose here is pretty arbitrary. They all work. So we'll do 2 on that one, we'll do 1 on that one, and we'll do 1 on that one, okay? So now, he's bluffing. This person's bluffing. They're betting 3. They do not have a pressure plate with at least 3 on it. By the way, if you missed last episode and you have no idea what I'm doing, go watch last episode where I spend like 8 minutes describing the rules to this game. It's pretty complicated, but it should be fun. All right, so this person is bluffing now, and this person is going to call them. Oh, it looked like it worked. Yep, boom. Pushes them right in. Okay, cool. You see it extending over there? Awesome. So I think I'm not going to test every combination. It should be fine. If there's a problem, it'll make itself known pretty quick. But that's the general idea here. So if they're bluffing, if the person's bluffing, you're going in, and if the person calling is incorrect, they're going in. So let's see what is next now. I want to go check out here. I think. Oh, okay. Now I need to put in the scoring system, which is going to involve basically as they're standing on a bet down there, one of the bets, there's going to be a clock that's continuously adding to their score. So I think I'm going to tackle that now. All right, we have a little bit more progress. I'd like to show you how this part works, actually, because it's kind of cool, I think. This is the part, before I jump in, I'll just verbally tell you. This is the part that as you are standing on a bet on your side, this is the part that's going to continuously add to your score, which is going to cause those lamps to light up. And as I mentioned last episode, first one to the top wins. So this is how you raise your score, by making higher bets. So in here, and yes, it is getting a little compact here. Basically back there, you can see all the lamps and everything. This is the part back there that determines that you're standing on a bet. Okay, so that's going to come into this comparator here. I can't really get back there without showing you, but just accept that it comes into this comparator here. Okay, from there, it goes into a little clock and loops around here. So you got a nice 8-tick clock here. It's going to be just like kind of rolling around as you stand on the clock. And I can change this. You know, if I change the delay on this, it's going to basically make it so that the game is faster and you score points faster, which I'll definitely be experimenting with this delay here. But you'll notice that this is on a subtract here. I've got a furnace here with just the right amount of items in it, with the comparator jamming into the side. So what it's doing is subtracting again from this comparator so that you get just the right signal length, okay, from making your bets. So, and you'll also notice here that the redstone here pops up and comes up just the right length. Okay, trying to get a good view here. But it comes up here and comes down this line here. So what you have is, because of the value we have in the furnace there and the value we're subtracting from the strength of the signal, if you have a bet of 4, it's going to reach just to the end here on each clock tick. And if you have a bet of 1, it's going to just reach right there. So 2 there and 3 there, obviously, okay? So what you get now is every clock tick, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, or 4 of these, of those, let's see, of these droppers firing into these hoppers here, okay? So you have laterally facing droppers here pushing into this line of hoppers here, and the hoppers are going down the line pushing into that hopper, into that comparator there. So if you have a 4 bet, for instance, all 4 of these are going to fire, go plop, and put one item into the hoppers. They're all going to come down here, and that's how you get 4 points, okay? And this comparator here is going to go into the little kind of silo light 'em up action jobby thing there, which we're going to do next, I think. But I'm going to repeat this process on the other side. The other thing I wanted to do, I'll do some of this right here. Let's see. First, I wanted to cover these guys up so that nothing can get in the hoppers by accident. Then I want to add some hoppers here and do like a bulk, because I don't have any way of refueling these. I'm not going to, it's not in my design, and yes, it probably should be, but it's not. So I'm going to put some chests like this, okay? And we got, you guys know the iron situation here, so I'm just going to do this, all right, which is going to give us plenty of iron. I'm going to fill these all up with iron. Just bring over a whole buttload from the Iron Titan and fill those up. So we shouldn't really have to worry about refueling it. You know, I mean, maybe if people play like 20 games or 30 games, I'll have to start worrying about it then. I don't know, but I'll keep my eye on it. But all right, I'm going to repeat this this clock over here and get the scoring system falling to my death. I'm going to get the scoring system working on the other side, and then we'll start working on the silo up there. Okay, all right. I think we are basically like 95, 98% done with the redstone in the back here. Who's glazing over? Who's glazing over? Raise your hand. I'll try to wrap it up, guys. This is the silo, I guess you could call it, for the scoring system. So there's a comparator right there, which I'll show you in just a second. But the redstone is going to basically piggyback up these stair steps or slabs there. Each one is going to read a comparator and is going to push into either the, what is that, light blue clay, which is next to the lamp, or into one of these blocks there or there, which is behind the lamp. So you get a nice each increase in redstone lamp signal, or in redstone signal will light up another light. I'll have to put a wind detection system up there. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but that shouldn't be that hard. Maybe I'll play a little tune or something. I don't know. We'll see. And then down here, I got both scoring systems fully in, as you can see, and I added a little bit more stuff here. This right here is I'm gonna have to power this when the game is on. So when the game is on like this, it's going to power that block and that block there, which I don't know I'm jumping around here. It doesn't make any sense, but basically this is the item return system from the scoring system. So as the items are being scored, that block is going to be locked. So the items are going to stay in that end hopper over there so that they can be read by the scoring system. When the game is off, it's going to unpower that, and the items are going to flow through this hopper chain into this little storage, this horrible little storage system I've got here. So if and when the items run out of here, I'll just basically pick the items up out of here and refill them back into the chest like that. And we should be good for another 30 or 40 games, or however many. Who knows how many it's going to be. Yeah, like I said, I think we're finally done with the redstone back here, minus a few late-minute changes that I'll have to do with, like, wiring that up and doing the wind detection. So I think... I missed! Thank you, Featherfalling. I think, at this point, to keep things moving along here, I think I'm going to start with the item drop on the top there. It's not going to be any simpler. I basically have to have, let's see, 8 different... item aligned dropped shaft areas. Man, Soldiers of the Castle looks good. Look at that. I'm just sitting here staring right at it. 8 different aligned items to drop items onto these 8 pressure plates. So I'll probably go ahead and do a bunch of that now. This is going to be a big jump. So here we go. Big update. Big update. All right, I got all the magic up on top of the roof here. This is all for randomly selecting one of the 8 drop areas and basically dropping the 8 items at random intervals, which will be very tweakable as I determine what is appropriate for the game. So basically what we got is 8 individual units here that all kind of look the same. Little ice path here where the water turns, aligns the items on cakes here. Now, I've gone over this a couple times, but in case you're not familiar with what's going on here, what cakes do here, you need 2 of them, and what ender chest would also do, is items come over here, and because this is small and a full block, the item can actually partially slide off, and it's kind of like half on, half off. It's like right on the crease there. So when it falls down there, it'll fall half on that pressure plate and half off, which is that's the trick that allows the piston to push the item over. So this is all very important here, and then we'll, as we test it, we'll go down there and make sure the items are lining up correctly. But yeah, as you can see here, just a little L turn here. The items that we're going to be dropping are going to be here. This is going to be like probably 2 stacks of each of the items that I want to play with. I'm thinking red, yellow, green, and blue wool, but I kind of need Azuma to finish up his farm there so I can get that much wool. If not, I'll probably go with like iron and maybe glowstone or something. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. And then each one is also hooked up to a randomizer, which we use the same ones down below. I've got the shovel. Obviously, that's the key item, and then 5 others. So there's only a 1 in 6 chance every tick here that the pulse will reach, which will actually shoot at an item. So there's 8 of those now, and the right here is where I'm going to have the line come up when the power is on. So this is going to come over here underneath, and I haven't finished this yet just because it's going to get a little bit more crowded, but we got a clock here, so I'm going to tweak the rate of this, obviously, but then every tick of this clock, the redstone just fans out to each of those 8 kind of units, I guess, with randomizer and a dispenser, and the items will drop down. So what I need to do now is add the water, and this terrifies me because if I mess up, water is going to flow, and there's all kinds of badness if water just flows down. So double checking everything. I got glass, cakes, and the sign there, so this one should be good. Boom, perfect. So I'm going to add all 8 of those, and then I need to get the items in question, obviously, added here. I'll figure out what those are, but we're getting close. We're getting very close to done here. I need to do a little bit of wiring with the on-off power lines that, like, where are they? Somewhere in that vicinity. Well, you can't see it, like that one. And then I need to merge those, run 1 up here, run 1 in the back, and then run 1 down to the piston randomizer down below to randomize the pistons that'll clear. This is a big project. Oh, that's right. I wanted to test the water streams here and show you how this is going to work out. So let's see here. I'm going to throw... let's see. Oh, I need to put items on top here too, or glass on top. Otherwise, it's going to get all cranky. Yep. All right, fine. Give me some stone here just to place temp, and then I'll do 2. Yeah, so I want to do that so in the dispenser we don't get items stuck up on top here. But with that said, let me add Let me add one more water. Let's see, we'll do this one over here. All right, we're still good here, right? Everything good? Yep, okay. And I got a sign there to stop it, so good. Okay, so what I want to do now is test this. I'm going to throw like a redstone, a chicken, and we'll say a block of stone. Now, when I drop down here, they should be, yep, perfect. Okay, so they're lined up right there on the edge. Do I have, what do I got? Can I power that? I don't have any easy way. But anyways, when that piston powers, it'll push those items, boop, right into the hopper. So that's the magic that clears it, but it's still also registering on the pressure plate there. I'm tired. Oh, I did the roof there too a little bit. This is going to push me off. Ugh, my face. And get me up there. Did I lose jump boost or something? Why is that not? Let me get over here. There we go. Okay. So that's what the ceiling is going to look like. I added a little bit of pattern there to it just to kind of add some depth and stuff. So they'll come out one of the 8 slots that you see there. I'm a little concerned that it's going to be hard to see like between this one and that one, you know, like, okay, that's mine, that's theirs, and am I gonna be able to distinguish which path they're on? But these are all things that we're gonna have to play and find out. We'll see. Whoa. Oh. Half the time this thing works, I'm like, why did I do that? And I'm like, yeah, because you just tried to call a bet and this guy wasn't bluffing. All right, so what is left? Let me finish up. I think I'm gonna finish up all the wiring now and get those items up top filled up, get all the water in, finish all the wiring, and I think we're gonna be ready to play. I just need to find a hermit who wants to play now. Okay. It is much later than the last cut now. I think I put in a good extra 4 or 5 hours now, wrapping everything up here, and I wanted to show you basically what is the final version now before I actually play the game here, right? I have contacted Etho, and I think we're going to be playing together in just a few minutes here. But like I said, I just wanted to show you the final version here before I call him in here. So I kind of cleared out or finished up the hallways here and everything, and finished up all the interior. It goes all the way up to the ceiling now. Got a little bit of lighting in there because I wanted to make sure you had like a good bright background so that you could see the items as they fall down. There's like a really kind of trivial wind detection system up there, so the first one who lights up, it should play a little tune basically. So when you hear that tune, look up and you'll see who wins. Yeah, everything is done, all right, and ready to go here. I don't even remember, like, there's so much I did. I did all this flooring here. This is the pathway when you fall into the pit here. This is the pathway that you take to get back out. So this is like your time penalty. If someone calls you and you were bluffing, or if you call someone and they were not bluffing, you're going in the pit and you got to come down there. So going in the pit has a little bit of a time penalty associated to it, but we'll go into that when Etho gets here. Everything is good. Everything is good. Like, tripwire's in a good spot. I think we're all set to play here. I got all the items in up top there. So the items I picked are, iron ingots, glowstone, redstone, and gunpowder. Basically items that I have a lot of. And I built an entire exterior to this thing too, which it's simple, but I love it. Check this out. The name of the game is Ruse, which I don't even know who it was. Someone suggested it in the comment. I know I should go look, but the name of it is just perfect because it's short. It fits up there really well. And you know what? I love the cyan clay and the blue clay, which actually looks purple. I just feel like these look so good together. I'm really pleased how this turned out. This is one of the few buildings I didn't build in creative. I just started placing blocks and it just kind of happened, and I'm pleased with it. So there we go. This is Ruse, and I think we are ready to play. So let me go see if I can dial up Etho, see if he's ready to go, and I'm going to have to give him the whole rundown on how to play the game and everything. It's probably going to be crazy, but should be fun. So let's see how this game works out. Oh, you guys are going to hate me. You're going to hate me. I'm such a tease. So here's the deal. All right. I'm going to be straightforward with you guys. I just got done recording with Etho, and it was like 25 minutes of great footage, and I really don't want to chop it up. And given where we are in this episode, I'm going to call it here, and my next Hermitcraft episode is going to be just the full version of Etho and I playing Ruse. You definitely don't want to miss it, though, guys. It was pretty funny, I got to say. The game turned out pretty good, I think, but I got some tweaks to make, but you will have to wait until next episode to see it. It'll be a few days from now, but definitely don't miss that. As far as this thing goes, I think we're just about done, though, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Tango out.